Hey y'all, so today I'm going to be showing you how to design B&M Hypercoaster in FVD. So I'll just walk you through all of my decisions, all of my like design choices. So right off the bat, I want to do something similar to Nitro with 180-degree turns right out of the station. And these, because it's at such a low speed, you really got to be careful with the amount of force that you use. So you can see I'm pretty low, only going about 1.5 positive Gs. And just a little bit of banking so it drops and then comes back up at a lower speed. Right now I'm using the 2.0 function. It's in a certain version of FVD. I'll have it linked in the description. But basically what I want is it to drop, turn, then unbank, not too snappy, and head straight, 180-degree turn, go into a short little brake run because B&Ms have that before their lift, then go up into the lift and do the drop. So for the drop here, you're first going to want to make one curved section, set the fixed speed and the total angle to about -2 degrees. Then you're going to make another curved section, zero lead in, zero lead out, but no fixed speed. So this just carries on the constant radius from your first curved section. Then once it's about pointed down a little bit, then you're going to go into a fourth section, add a quadratic section set to blend out. You're going to want that to go exactly 0 Gs. Then you adjust it so it's a smooth transition between the two sections. So you can see there, even though it's sped up in the time lapse, there's not much change between the curved sections, which is the lift constant radius, to the forced sections, which is an always changing radius. So I'll just the drop, it'll pull out at 3.5, and here we can see how the drop is. You can see how that's super smooth and no joltiness that goes if you use other, like for example, cubic section for that transition to 0 Gs. And the pullout for the drop is just 3.5 about. And here I'm going to come up, make a hill, 0 Gs, just about. It's a little off, but it's all right. I want to make it pointy at the top, but not too pointy. It's just like B&M Camelback. Just look at reference photos. And here I want to go straight to the turnarounds because before going in, I sort of thought about what I wanted to make, and I wanted to make it sort of out and back style. So now I'm just tweaking the turnaround. B&M Hypers are usually really easy, like shaping wise, to make since a lot of it is just 0 G hills, and the shaping just is really easy to get right on those because it's just super simple. But for something like a turnaround, it's a lot harder. So for this one, just wanted to have a fun little twist in, and then a drop, like a sort of diving drop out of it, to then start heading back towards the lift. And so I just spend a lot of time doing a lot of fine adjustments and making sure it's not too jolty, and make sure it just flows fluidly. And there's not really any exact shaping tips I can get, just sort of picture what you want in your head and then keep adjusting and keep working at it until you can get it right. And so, not sure exactly when I get this right, but basically I don't want it to have any weird rises. I want to have it to stay at a relatively constant height as it's turning, and only change elevations in the drop and entry. So you're just making a few more final adjustments. Then I'm gonna try and get it back to 0 degrees of roll or banking, and headed back at 0 degrees of yaw, which is um, perpendicular, and actually no, parallel to the lift and the first hill. There's a lot of B&Ms. One, I think, forgot the name of it. The one at Laurent, that's basically just a bunch of airtime hills right next to each other. And also here I sort of wanted to mirror the valley of the first drop, so you can kind of see each track side by side, look cool. And now here, I'm pulling up into the mid course, and what I do is make it a 0G on the entry, and as it's coming up, do cubic section, just going to about one positive G's, and then pointed down just a little bit, about 2 degrees. So in no limits, if the train stops there and the brakes are released, it'll just keep moving. And now I'm thinking I want to have some cool little interaction with the station. So I'm thinking a Dominator style overbank at first. So in order to do that, I need to turn to the left to get me some space so I can do the turn in front of the pre-lift. So I'm just working on the drop here. I want to make it sharp enough so it's 0Gs again, but not too sharp where the back row will get too much force. So now here I'm trying to work out how I'll do the overbank, and eventually I realized that's kind of not working, so I delete back to the drop. And now I realize I can do, go up, do a sort of a turning hill to have some like cool sight line. And so I'm just adjusting that for a little while. I think what I was going for was it would sort of outer bank too much to the left and then unbank so I could complete the right hand turn. Oh no, I forgot what I was trying to go for here, but it ends up not working out. Alright, yeah, so I try to make it unbank at the top of the hill and then rebanked for the right hand turn. Then I realized I don't really have enough space to do that and still have the interaction, so I make it unbank just a slight bit and then rebank for the turn right in front of the pre-lift. I'm just doing a few more adjustments to get it lined up better. And then once I've got the entry the way I like it, I'm trying to find out a way to make the exit good. Because again, this is a bit of a slower speed, so I need to be more careful with the forces. Also, I want to make it about even with the station, sort of like a station flyover. So again, I try to make it 180 degrees yaw. And once I've got the drop to a level that I like it, just go on next element. So here I think it's wave turn. Whilst I'm not really sure what to call it. Hill bank 90 degrees. Orion has one of them, and it's a pretty cool element. I want to incorporate it on this one. So here I'm just adjusting it so that it'll hit 90 degrees of banking right at the apex of the hill. Then I'm going to have it come up into a sort of turnaround style element to go back under the wave turn. So I'm just working on getting the shaping right. So I don't want it to drop fully under. So I just give it like a little calmer valley to give you sort of like a break from like all the not really rapid fire but more intense elements. And then I want to turn it back to the left and not drop down fully because again I want to have the brake run go under this. So then I put this I guess wall stall looking element in. I'm just trying to get it the shaping better. Sort of turn under the lift a little bit. And just more adjusting that. Elements take a while to get perfectly right. And if you're newer, Just give it time, look at reference photos, and just keep improving. With each coaster you make, it gets easier. And so now I sort of want to do another 90-degree like floaty hill thing, and have it turn at the end. So at the peak, just hit around 90, and then start unbanking to go into I think at first I was going for a hill here. Yeah, so I'm just adjusting the valley, trying to make it better. Yeah. First I was going to go for a hill here, but then the layout was getting kind of long, so I decided to put a turnaround here. And this one's nothing special, just a diving turn, and then rises again to get out and head back towards the station. So I adjust this for a little bit because, again, you want stuff to be tight and forceful enough to be like interesting, but not too tight for the trains because, like again, B&M Hyper, you got to keep in mind it's supposed to be more graceful, more on the chiller side. And this is probably the hardest part about building any coaster is assembling, well, not really assembling, but like lining up the brake run with your station. So for this, I'm pretty much just trying to make it um, have enough space to fit a long brake run in because that's what B&M Hypers do. And also, I'm trying to line it up at 0 feet Z because that's the left and right from this view. So just a lot of tiny little adjustments to get the brake run just right. Also, I need to keep in mind have a slight decline for the straight section. And again, just with the mid-course, we want to end it on about 1 positive G. So I get it close, but ideally it'll be seamless. So yeah, there I got about seamless, and let's take a little look at our final product. We can see the pre-lift. It's smooth. It's small, but it's not too tight, so it rides fine. Here's the drop, and you'd see how it's like a perfectly smooth transition from the constant radius of the crest to 0G. First airtime hill feels great for the B&M shaping. Turnarounds, I really like how the dive is just smooth and doesn't have any weird pumps. You come up into the mid-course, slows us down just a little bit, dive off it, small turn. And I really like this little part, how the airtime hill rises and turns, like right at the station. I'm looking forward to seeing that in No Limits. Their little twister section finale. I forgot to mention it, but in my, I guess, planning for coaster, I wanted to have a like twister section at the end to sort of just differentiate it from the airtime hill first half. So now coming to the finale, few sort of off-axis hills, small little double up, and there's the brake run. So yeah, there it is. Hope you enjoyed.